Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are actually going to be doing a little bit of YouTube exclusive Blitz content. Can you believe it? I had a stream earlier today. It was actually a very long stream and I did quite poorly and I fell about 50 rating points from 2,400. I've fallen quite a ways. So I figure, you know what? I'm gonna end the stream, but I'm not gonna stop playing chess. Oh baby, this is actually the best move for white. And there is an insane line here that we are about to get. Don't tell Twitch, they'll never know about it. The opponent can play knight g6 and win this rook, which is actually completely winning for white, but I get to develop all of my pieces. Yeah. This is it. And I threaten now knight to d4, in addition to being able to castle and win this knight back. And white is completely winning, I want that to be clear. But it's an insane line. You have to go here because I think you need to keep an eye on this square. It's possible that they go back though, and then there's some tactic. I don't know, I guess that would be the tactic. It might be very difficult for white to solve some of these issues here. I'm definitely gonna win the knight back. So I think you have to go there. I'm not sure if you can even play bishop to e2. Because bishop to e2 I could take here. And maybe white is still doing fine. It's quite possible that even though I get to then take here, you'd be doing quite fine. But I think white will have a little bit of difficulty developing all of these pieces. This is usually the right maneuver. Dang, opponent has figured this out? It's kind of incredible. Also means that they're going to be able to repel my knight and possibly everything else. So I'm going to go for this alignment. And they've defended this, so now they actually can play bishop to e2 because the f2 square is defended against this threat. Okay. Now my hope here was that I would be able to move this. I see a funny idea. So I am going to start with this move. Interesting. Okay. Wait. Let's give this check. So takes. What are you going to do? I guess you're going to go all the way back? And then maybe I can get this knight active. And maybe this knight will escape, but who cares? Opponent doesn't go for that. So maybe I should bring more stuff in. I'm thinking. So I'm going to bring more stuff in. Bishop is still hanging. Knight is still hanging. And when I move this knight away, he's going to play d4. Which is a big problem. I'm going to take, and I'm going to go here. This is going to win the light squared bishop. And I think I'm hopefully still going to have enough of an initiative by attacking this rook that I have time to do something with this bishop before it's too late. So rook somewhere. Can I possibly take this? And if pawn takes, take back this way. If he does take, though, and everything goes off, I think I actually just run out of material. I think I'm down too much material. So I think I am going to win material, and it might not matter, which is very sad. So pawn takes. I think if I do this, I think he should just swap everything off. But then maybe it's just a draw. Wow. Oh, that's a... Wait, that's no good at all. That's a horrible move. Wait, I'm gonna win, right? Come on, I'm gonna win. Yo, what was this? This is actually one of the most insane lines that you can play against the Elephant Gambit. Of course, you turn your stream off for 1 second. You get the game that you were farming for. But take a look at the evaluation because this is actually pretty horrible. And queen to e2 is actually the best way of doing it. The purpose behind my play is to sacrifice one pawn. And then what usually happens is the opponent thinks to themselves, I need to move my knight away, knight to f3, that's actually the most popular, or you play pawn to d4. But there is this third option. It occurs in about 19% of games, and it's queen to e2, which is actually given as the computer's top choice. Now, obviously, a normal insane thing to do would be to block one way or another, and then decide to castle. And you're still down a pawn, so it's +1, and the game can kind of continue from there. So I think this would be like kind of a logical way for black to continue. But there exists this possibility, and it's something that is very rare. I'm actually surprised that there's 300 games in the database, because it's kind of a shocking, insane line. But the point is that after here, you play bishop to e6. I'm allowing you to see the computer eval. And after this, when you don't know, it actually could be very scary, I would think, because black has just developed literally everything. They are ready to castle, but they are down a rook, so white, you know, should win on a good day. And after this, this was kind of my prep, and I know that we're threatening to go here, and I know that we're ready to get castled, and a lot of good stuff. D3, computer's top choice, top played move. Castling is actually the most played move here. Knight d4 is right behind it. And if you don't go to d2, you might actually already be in a lot of trouble. Like queen here, knight to b3 does work. We're making this counter threat on the f2 square. You're attacking this rook. So now you need to defend that somehow. It looks like most people go here. This allows you to trade, and this allows you to take the rook, I would assume. There's also the idea of going knight to g4, a little bit of accuracy, again, threatening a checkmate, forcing white to have to defend against that. And now you can take this rook, and look, the queen is not even attacking the knight anymore. So something like that could be very amazing indeed. So instead of going all the way back, my opponent went to d2. And now I decided to get castled. A lot of times you'll see that people are just going to take here, which I was fine with because that would open the e-file. But where did things actually go wrong? Now, my opponent did not play bishop to e2. I was thinking that if he played bishop to e2, I would be able to do this threat, but I guess it's not actually very good because after they take and I go here, I haven't really actually accomplished anything. I don't have a way to continue this attack. If I somehow had like a knight in and I was somehow threatening to, I don't know, trap this queen or something, but you know, I don't know, we'd be taking this pawn. It just wouldn't have worked out. So I think the opponent actually can play bishop e2. It looks threatening, but I don't think there's anything actually there for me. So they maybe could have given that a try. Instead, they went back. And I also thought this was a good idea. It defends f2 with a minor piece, and it prepares to play c3 and d4. So this makes total sense. Computer recommending some sort of check or something. Okay, very interesting. I pull my rook into the game. Computer is having a tough time evaluating this one. Knight to e3 makes a lot of sense. And here we decided to get a little bit tricky. So this obviously has a refutation. I played bishop to d5. Opponent, doesn't play c3 right away, but moves the king over first, and this tactical move bishop to f3 actually works, and I've started to take over the game. I'm actually quite surprised about it. Better is to go here. And if, for example, I don't know, I put my guy here, I'm not, wow, my knight is just attacked. So yeah, actually, like, this is crazy. The best move, of course, the logical knight to b4. If you take, I've got my knight to survive, and then I can continue bringing the pressure. Obviously, I'm lost, but kind of a funny line. But what really happened in the game was the king moved over, and now he's actually in a lot of trouble. He doesn't take my bishop. He just stays kind of in this trap. If he had instead taken, I would take back with my queen, and I'm on this rook. So he's in a lot of trouble. And the worst part is he actually has to block with a minor piece. And then I would have almost assuredly have taken this and made a horrendous decision. But the best is actually to take here, threatening some sort of moving your knight away on the next move, some sort of discovered attack. And if you take it, then more accurate is to go here. So still not easy to play. It could have been very complicated, but he didn't take. He went back, and now I play knight to g4. And after c3, my bishop's hanging, his knight's hanging, this knight is hanging, everything is hanging. But I now decide to take, this is a mistake. I should have taken here, and after f takes, played rook takes. This is actually very nice. The idea is that after queen takes the rook, you have knight to c2. And this would have been, this would have been so much sweeter. This would have been a very nice way to finish this off. Instead, I decided to take here, which is fine. Now this is hanging, this is hanging. This is hanging. This guy's pinned. He takes back. Now I go in with this check. This is again wrong. Better is knight takes e3. And after this taking with the same idea, I just haven't seen this idea yet. And here white still has a lot of material, but this should be a lot better than what happened in the game. But what is wrong with what I did? Well, he took, I decided to take back, and now I'm on the rook and I'm on this. And I think actually maybe we did discover during the game what exactly is wrong with it. Needs to go to f1, because now after I take, he can take back. And I was a little bit curious, no matter how I take, can't he just go in for this? And the answer is yes. So the way that this should have gone is we should have got to this position. And I guess white escapes the perpetual checks somehow. At least, no, it actually gives me an advantage. Wait, I'm better here. So you go something like this, and then what? I just keep defending this? How do I ever make progress? I'm not sure. I can start taking stuff. I actually have an advantage here. It seems so unlikely that this actually would be good for me. But the king is exposed and I have a queen. There's just so much stuff. Maybe I can somehow win this knight. Look, it wouldn't have been easy, but this definitely was possible. So the opponent wanted to avoid this whole scenario. And instead, after the rook came to g1, I took here with my bishop. He went here. And then hopefully I found a mate in 2. He goes here. And then I didn't play mate in 1. Every YouTube video can't be me missing a... Oh, no, the game ended. I would have found it. I would have found it. I swear. And if you believe me, make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you later.